Here's a video of her on Piers Morgan, and just look how insane and broken these people are. Go ahead and play this.
You're unhappy with my mischaracterization of what you said and inferring that you were feeling joyful about what had happened to this guy. So we've got the clip, and we'll just play it back just to remind you.
Mm-hmm. I do believe in the sanctity of life, and I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like...
Serious?
I mean...
Joy at a man's execution?
Maybe not joy, but certainly not... No, what I said, certainly not empathy. This is literally...
So you felt joy? You felt joy.
I'm so glad that you played that clip, because you'll see that I didn't say that I felt joy.
And then she said she misspoke and clarified.
Oh.
And I didn't say that I felt joy.
You don't think, Mark, it was more that she wished she hadn't said she felt joy? Because she suddenly realized how bad it sounded.
Why don't you listen to that clip again? Because I don't say that I feel joy in the man's death. I said I feel joy because, and that's exactly when you cut me off.
Because he's dead.
Me finish, I would say, I feel joy.
Bullshit.
Oh, bullshit, Piers. You don't know what was in my head.
That's not. She's right. She's right, Piers.
Bullshit.
She actually said, "I feel joy," and then you interrupted her there. Perhaps I don't know what she was going to say, but she certainly didn't get a chance to finish.
Well, the viewers can watch the whole thing in the right context.
And you may not realize this, but that's...
So, okay, here's the thing. She did say she felt joy from seeing that, and he's absolutely correct. She didn't backtrack because it's not what she meant to say. She backtracked because she realized what a stupid thing she just said. And even if he did cut her off after she said joy, can someone tell me in what setting would that be acceptable to see a man get shot in the back 3 times and then say, I felt joy from this? I don't care what comes out of your mouth next. Listen, Brian Thompson, his company was fucked up, right? I don't disagree. That company had problems. They had serious issues, and absolutely, somebody should have been held accountable for it. And you know what? They were being held accountable for it because they were being investigated by the federal government for the AI service that they were using to deny claims. So they were being held accountable for it. That's what no one wants to talk. Everyone leaves that part of the story out. I agree. Somebody should have been held accountable for it, but not with a bullet in the back of their head. This guy didn't rape anybody. He didn't kill anybody. I don't care what you say. You guys... You say, when you say everything is murder, you water down what actual murder is, right? Just like when you call everyone a fascist that you don't like, you water down the definition of the actual word fascist. It's boy, you cried wolf syndrome. So when an actual fascist comes around, nobody actually believes you. The guy didn't kill anybody. He didn't rape anybody. He wasn't a pedophile. He did not deserve to be shot. And this is the problem with chronically online, dangerously disconnected people like that, is what they don't realize is they sit in these little echo chambers at 200 people in their Discord group or whatever the hell it's called, and they all agree with them and they think this is a normal line of thinking. And they never actually get out and touch grass and talk to people who are just operating in the real world like the rest of us. What you will find out is that when polled, 95% of the people out there just living their lives out in the world agree with me that, yeah, guy was probably running a shitty business, but that doesn't justify shooting him 3 times in the back. That's what you'll find in varying shades, that the majority of the country agrees with me. And that, once again, my take is the correct one. What do you think? Do you think he deserved to die for this? Mia, what do you think of that? Do you think he deserved to be shot for this?
I mean, obviously, no.
Yeah, it's not.
But I mean, they did deny my claim one time.
Did they?
No.
I was gonna say, you're epileptic. You're the people they're terrified of.
No, actually, every single claim they have paid everything.
Are you on United?
Yeah, I'm on United.
They've paid everything for you?
They've paid everything.
They've paid everything for most people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
I've actually, they're cheaper than what I used previously.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, that's my thing, is I would like to see an example of this company actually so-called killing somebody. I would like to see that. Because when these disingenuous socialists and communists talk about healthcare, while I agree we've got our issues, we're going to disagree on the source of those issues, on what's causing it. I think it's the government. You think it's corporate greed. We'll agree to disagree, and by that I mean we'll just agree that you're wrong. But the part they leave out is that when you become a doctor or any type of medical professional, you take an oath. And part of that oath is you say that you're not going to deny someone care that could potentially save their life just because they can't afford it. So if this is happening, guys, if United is denying these people these claims and they're dying from it, I want names and I want locations where this is happening. Because here's what we're going to do. If you can prove to me that these doctors are letting these people die out on the streets because they can't afford to pay their medical bills, I'm going to go into every one of these hospitals with a microphone and a camera and stick it in their faces. And we're going to expose these people. We're going to get them sued, and we're going to get their license to practice medicine in this country yanked, if that's really what's going on. Now, I don't think that's what's actually going on, so I don't think I'm going to be going around the country on this hospital tour. But that's what we would be doing if that were actually the case. Now, again, I get it. It's horrible. But here's what happens is, and you see these pictures from time to time, you'll get strapped with $18,000 worth of debt. Now, is that ideal? Absolutely not. But the reality of the situation is debt is not murder. And I would rather be $18,000 in debt than dead. Sorry. I think that's a sweeter deal. If you really want to go back, I mean, pre-Obamacare, which forced a lot of these hospitals to sell to larger corporations because they couldn't afford to operate like this anymore because everything got so expensive. If you went to a Catholic hospital and you couldn't afford to pay, more often than not, they would just write it off and expense it. Yeah, the big bad Catholics that they try to scare you about. That doesn't happen anymore.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.